Okay. Is this working? Hopefully the answer is yes. Anyway, Evan code, day whatever number we're on. 10, I believe. Always got a lot all of a sudden. Day 10 in, oh my goodness, 13 seconds. I really hope we're live. Cool, Evan of code. Um, daily Evan calendar, month of December. Here we go, day 10. Cool. The production facility, I remember one of these. Lava Island hiking guide. Okay. Topographic map indicates the height at each position using a scale from 0 to 9. Cool. This is really similar to one that I think was last year. As long as possible, even gradual uphill slope. Yeah. Any path that starts at 0, ends at height 9, and always increases by a height of exactly 1. Never add missteps. Height is any position that starts more and more hiking trails. Assembling more fragments of pages, you establish that trailhead scores a number of 9 height positions reachable from that trailhead via a hiking trail. Okay. It scored 4 because every 9 is reachable, except the one at the reach to the left. Okay, so we want to do DFS or BFS, um, and then see how many ways we can reach a 9. That seems reasonable. Just checking quickly to see that I'm actually live because I don't know that I actually am. Let me confirm that and then we'll get started on this. But it seems fairly straightforward. Okay, yeah, looks like we're live. Great. Just gonna pull this up so I can actually see chat. I am traveling right now, so I don't have my regular setup. Cool. All right. Cool. So let's take an example input and we will do, let's go DFS because I don't feel like dealing with recursion today. Just not in the mood. Whoops. All right. So grid, oh my goodness. Different keyboard shapes. Grid is lines. I hope nobody's going to use chat today. Oh man. Cool. So let's do, whoops. Um, go along till we hit 0, then do BFS, count the number of nines. Maybe DFS would be better actually. Um, Neither of them is terrible. I think I want to start with DFS for R in row in length of grid, call in length of row. If grid row call is a 0, we should actually, before we do anything, we should pre-process um, all of uh, the entire input into integers. So we'll do int L, int C for C in L for L and lies. Will this work? I think we want to do this. It's always good when we're starting off with a nested list comprehension. Let's print grid, and then we can just return now. Yeah, I know we have a class down here. It doesn't matter. Chill out, Python. Which means then that we need to take this input. I'm returning. It doesn't. Sure, fine. Control that. Python main. I got a CD day 10. You'll notice that I don't have a day 9 on the side here because did I not? Oh, I thought I copied this. Because I forgot to push that yesterday. And I also mainly solved part one before I ran out of time. I had to go to sleep. Okay, cool. 8901. Cool. Great. Almost great, actually. Not quite great. Int C for C and L for L lines. This is not quite what I want. Um, Maybe I want to nest it this way. So like that. All right, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna do something else because this is getting stupid. There we go. That's what I want. Cool. And then we want to go along here. We can just do. Let's do def climb. That's not at all how you define a function in Python. Wow. Um, let's do start. So this will be an XY. We'll do, well, we need grid start. Um, so I'm just trying to think how the best way to do this is. Um, because we want to get all of the nines. So maybe the way to do this is, yeah, I think we don't want, I think recursive is going to be more difficult to do this because we're going to have to pass up like an addition number thing. Well, that doesn't really matter actually because we can just go, recursion will be fine. Send it. Um, cool. So our base case, we found a 9 for our off the grid. So we'll check off the grid first. If um, let's do row. Row is start 0 and column is start 1. This will be an XY coordinate. If 0 is less than row, um, so rather, if row is less than 0 or row is greater than the length of grid, I think it's greater than or equal to the length of the grid, we can return 0, and then the same thing for column. Grid 0. This is a little bit nicer than having like a really long gross one-liner. Um, so we're returning 0 if we don't find a 9, basically. Um, and then if uh, grid row column is a 9, we can return 1 because we found a 9. And then from here, get neighbors that are exactly one up from. I want to make sure that we're exactly one up. Mm, It always increases by height exactly. Okay. Okay, so neighbors is actually let's pass the previous height so that we know this actually is not quite what we want. Well, okay, no, that's what I guess we just do the check here and we'll be fine. Um, directions is a list of -1, -1, -1, 1, 1, 1, and 1, -1. So these are all the directions that we can go. No, sorry, it should be -1, 0. So we can go up 1. Wait, what the heck? Yeah, -1, 0, 0, -1, 1, 0, and then 0, 1. So we only want to change one coordinate at a time. Or like we only want to change one direction at a time. So let's do 4D in directions. New x is, or new column is column plus D0. New row is column plus D1. And then we'll do um, actually, so we'll do the opposite of this check. We can continue. Actually, yeah, we don't have to do the opposite of the check. We can just continue to the next one. New column. That should be row. This is backwards, actually. I don't know what I'm doing here. Column, row, column. Actually, I guess it doesn't really matter, but this is easier to reason about. If new row is that, new column is that, we can continue. Otherwise, if valid and exactly, if on grid rather, and exactly one more than current, continue. And if we're doing it this way, we don't need to pass previous height. We can, if grid new column or new row, new column is exactly um, grid column row plus 1, we can return um, so we don't actually want to return there. We should do total is 0, total plus equals, we'll call the recursive part here, climb, grid, new row, new column, and then we'll return total. Why am I doing this backwards? I never had this issue. Very strange. Guess I'm tired. Um, cool. So let's do score 0, score plus equals climb grid, and then our start is just going to be row column. Let me make sure that I actually got that right up here. New row, new column. Okay, cool. And then at the end we'll print score. Print score. So this one should have 36, I think. Yeah, let's try that. Oh, int object is not iterable for row and length of grid. Range, like, wow. I really am tired today, I guess. Definitely gonna be one of those days where I let myself to 10. And I don't know if I actually mentioned this before, but I think this is also going to be my last um advent of code. Okay, sure. Yes, that's why you can't do that. For a bit at least. Um, because they're starting to take longer and I have better things to do. This is fun, but I I got other stuff I need to be working on. Um, wait, what? I grow plus grow plus d d directions. Oh, that's whoops. Just had an extra parenthesis there. Okay, 81. That is super wrong. Um, oh, so I guess number of nine positions reachable from that trailhead via hiking trail. So I guess maybe there's a different way of going. Like maybe we can reach a nine from a different direction. 81. That's suspiciously like a multiple of nine. That's nine times nine. So this is just saying you can reach a trailhead from any of them, right? Um, let's see. I wonder if I have an issue where I'm just always saying that we can go up. We can go from grid column to grid, new row, new column. So two possibilities. Either I'm just not doing this right at all, or maybe there's multiple paths and we're double counting a nine. Like if we can go left to a nine and right to a nine, if that makes sense. Um, cool. That doesn't seem to be the case that we're doing something completely wrong. Um, like this all looks right. Two to three, one to two, two to three. That all looks fine. So maybe we're just double counting nines. Um, let's do nine positions. And this will be an empty dictionary. Um, we'll start with an empty dictionary for this, and let's do get key. This will be a function. Get key, we'll just take in a row and a column, and it'll just return uh, a string that does that. This is probably more than we actually need to do. Get key row column, not in nine positions. And then we'll just put the key. And this will stop us from counting the same nine twice. Right, to do not positions. 36. Cool. So that's what it was. We were just counting the same nines twice. In a bunch of cases. Cool. So that looks good to me. Let's see. Oh boy, this is maybe gonna take a long time to run. We'll see. Oh, okay. Pretty fast. Let's see if that's right. 746. Excellent. There's part one. Looks like nobody's chatted, so not missing anything there. Actually, I don't know if it shows chat on YouTube client on my phone, which is kind of exciting. Right, well, I'm assuming nobody's got anything to say, so cool. We spent a few more minutes. Second way to measure a trailhead collect rating. Trailhead's rating is the number of distinct hiking trails which begin at that trailhead. The above map has a single trailhead. Its rating is 3 because there are exactly 3 distinct hiking trails which begin at that position. Okay. Single trailhead with rating 220.7 because there are 100. Okay. Lots of ways of getting to mine. Cool. Okay. So I think this is just what I did before, which ended up being wrong because it counted all the ways. So I think we just don't want to count all the ways anymore. And if we do that, it should be very straightforward. So we'll just copy all of our code and we'll take out that extra part that I added. So we got the right answer. And then we'll see if we get the right answer again. And if we don't, I will probably give up. Just to be quite honest. I'm kind of tired. Put two, climb two. We don't care about nine positions. So I expect this to give us 81 again, which is what we got the first time. Um, cool. Yeah, nine positions not defined. Makes sense. Did I strip it out of part one too? Who cares? It's not in. Oh, I still do have it in. Oh, I thought I got rid of that. Oh, hush. Oh, wait, what? Climb positions, part two. Climb two. We need to also call climb two. 1541. Right, just sanity checking. This did give us 81, right? I mean, I know it did, but yeah. What was it? 1541? Let's try it. Great. All right, here we go. Isn't it nice when you accidentally solve part two before part one? Cool. All right, well, that's all I've got. Um, man. So like I said at the beginning, or sort of in the middle, I was gonna have day 10 be the last day that I do because I got other stuff that I want to work on. Mainly rather, new video that I'm trying to get out before Christmas. Um, which I think should be doable, but it'll definitely be doable if I stop doing these every night. Um, that said, maybe I'll just pick a day later in December when I'm taking some time off work to just grind through a bunch of these because they're not like they're still doable. They're still very doable. And if I had more time, I would be happy to do them. It's just a question of what I want to spend time on before then. So yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I think I'll stop doing the daily streams today. So this will be the last one. Thanks for tuning in. But later in December, I'll probably, no promises, but I'll probably just set aside a day or two and grind through several of these um, just all in a row, which could be more fun. So yeah, anyway, that's it for day 10. Thanks for watching, and I will see y'all later on in December. Adios.